I like football, but I love cars. So I wanted to give reviews and my thoughts on each of the car ads in this year's big game. By the way, it's a myth that you have to call it the big game. Watch. Big game. See? I'm going to evaluate each commercial based on the creative elements of it and also the strategy that went into it, because each 30 seconds for this year's Super Bowl cost upward of $7 million, so there better be a good strategy behind spending all that money. Let's talk about the commercial for Ram. They have an electric pickup truck, but it's a year and a half away from production. Their strategy is they want you to go to their website, ramrev.com, and put a $100 deposit down to become an insider. That way you'll get updates and hopefully you don't go out and buy an F-150 Lightning, which has been in production for a couple of years, or wait and get a Chevy Silverado EV, which will be available at the end of this year. So they want you to commit to their truck, not by the competition. And they do it in a very creative way. It's an EV commercial that makes fun of EVs. What they're trying to do is say, don't buy these other trucks. They don't have the range. They're not ready yet. You need to wait for our truck. And that's their strategy behind this. I think it's kind of brilliant, and the humor behind it, I know humor is subjective, but it's hysterical. It's so creative and witty, and it really portrays that image of EVs aren't ready now, but they will be when our truck comes out. I give this one an A.
Are you excited about buying an electric vehicle but worried that it could leave you unsatisfied? Then you could be one of many Americans concerned about premature electrification. Symptoms may include fearing you might not be able to last as long as you'd like.
There was plenty of charge before, and sometimes it goes away.
A lot of times.
I've been working a lot.
Being unsure if you'll have enough power to handle your payload.
I don't know if I got the power for this, baby.
I'm adventurous. I like to go all the way. I don't want to have to question if we're even going to make it.
Yeah.
It's a concern.
Lacking the confidence about getting and being able to keep a charge.
Having to stop every time we got really excited, that wouldn't work for me. Stop, start, stop, start.
If PE, premature electrification, is something you're worried about, go to ramrev.com and find out if the Ram 1500 Rev, with options being designed to extend range in satisfying ways, is right for you.
Stop, start. Stop, start.
Related to Ram is Jeep, and they have vehicles with what they call their 4xe system. It's a plug-in hybrid, so there's a gas engine with batteries and an electric motor and a limited amount of electric range. It helps with fuel economy. You can drive on all electric for short distances, actually, maybe 17 miles, 20 miles in that range. So it's an impressive system, and they have them available now. You can buy them. The strategy is to build awareness for these and generate more sales. That seems like a great strategy. Now, they don't explain, I think, well enough how a plug-in hybrid works, so somebody glancing at it might just look at it and say, is that an all-electric Jeep or is it a plug-in hybrid? Do they even know the difference? It's kind of a confusing space, so I wish they did more to try and explain the technology in a fun or creative way. Creatively, I think the good thing about it is the music does break through. You can imagine if people are watching the Super Bowl in a crowded environment with other people, the music might get their attention, so they look at the screen and pay attention. That's a good thing, but I don't know. The animals I found creepy, especially the CGI ones. Maybe kids like it. I didn't find the animals appealing at all, and like I said, I don't think they did a very good job of explaining how the 4xe system works, but they do have it on their lot, and hopefully this raises awareness. I gave it a C.
Get your rhythm on the vibe. Get your rhythm on the vibe. Tell the selector you want.
Teach you. I'll teach you the electric.
Sure got the boogie. Yeah, I gotta get this party started. Now what if me do the electric slip slide, you hear me? The party turn up and we back outside, you hear me? Set up the poles and the dance get nice. Just shake your boogie woogie, shake your boogie woogie.
Jiggling like a cat, she's a pumping like a medic, she's a moving like electric.
Show got the boogie. Come get your rhythm on the vibe.
Next up is a commercial from GM who announced a partnership with Netflix. They're going to be putting more General Motors electric vehicles into their shows, writing them in. Now, this is not new. Car companies do this all the time. They partner with movies and TV shows to feature their vehicles either prominently or just as background scenery, so it keeps emphasizing their brands. But this one is different because they are dedicating electric vehicles to these shows. They're trying to have the strategy of making electric vehicles normal. So they want people to really just see it as a choice and not something new or foreign. So I like that strategy. I like that they're trying to build the awareness of their EVs. The problem I have with the strategy is most of the EVs they're showing, the Silverado, Blazer, the Equinox EV, they're not in production yet. And the vehicles that are in production, they are coming out very slowly. They're having a hard time ramping up production. Cadillac Lyriq, wonderful vehicle. They're producing like dozens of them and selling dozens of them a month. It's not because of demand. They're having a hard time ramping up production for some reason. They haven't indicated why. It's a funny commercial. I probably like Will Ferrell better than you. I think it's very relatable. So the shows that they're playing off of, some of them are just hugely popular, and I'm sure young people and old people probably go, oh, I know that show, I love that show. So I think it does break through. It feels special. This feels like a Super Bowl ad having a big name celebrity. So I do like the creative. I found it funny, not laugh out loud funny, but humorous and enjoyable. And the message is important that they're trying to integrate electric vehicles into everyday life. The problem I still have is GM isn't ramping up production, so why are they putting all this money into campaigns like this? And the Chevrolet also did a campaign called, I believe it was Everywhere, the Fleetwood Mac song during the NFL games also. So they're spending tons of money to promote vehicles they ain't building yet. Maybe it's just around the corner and they're building up demand for them, but I don't know. I think they're spending way too much money now and should be focused on doing it closer to launch of these vehicles. I gave it a B.
General Motors is going electric, and Netflix is joining in by including more EVs in their movies and shows. It's the least they can do.
So if you're gonna get swarmed by an army of the dead, why not get swarmed in an EV?
No! I said no biting!
Or if you're being voluntarily kidnapped, why not be kidnapped in an EV? What's that scent? Is it pine? Now, should they add EVs everywhere?
They shallant. They shan't. Is it shallant or shan't?
It's neither.
What about here, Erica?
You're ruining the show, you idiot.
What do you mean? It's me, Dusty.
You're not.
Yeah, you're right. This is ridiculous.
Tammy, wait!
Later, loser.
But anywhere else it makes sense.
There goes another runner.
Brad was so much better for you. You should have gone with Brad.
Yeah, Brad.
Are you serious?
Why not make more of those cars electric? It's the least they can do. Gordon, you kill me. I mean, you literally did kill me. You know what? I'm glad you bit me too.
Only 4 car commercials in this year's big game. This one is from Kia, and they want to build awareness for their Kia Telluride. It's their off-road package that they now offer on it, and they want to show the product in action in a funny way. So that was their strategy: build increased awareness, generate more sales. How did they go about it from a creative standpoint? I guess, I don't know, maybe you found it funny. It's definitely relatable for anybody who has a kid, and if you have kids or lots of children, a vehicle like the Kia Telluride, it's a larger 3-row crossover. It's a very good vehicle to have. It has lots of space, so that's a good target. I raised 2 kids. I remember the binky ages, popping out of their mouth, falling on the ground. So it is relatable to people with families, but it just comes down to, I hate the dad. I honestly do hate the guy. I don't want to do him physical violence, but when he was on that ski slope, if he got out and slipped and fell in the snow, I'd find that so much more enjoyable. So he's kind of a loser, a doofus, forgetting the binky and then driving down a ski slope, almost running over people. I don't get the commercial. I didn't find it funny. I don't find him to be an enjoyable character. He goes from the loser to Binky Dad, some kind of superhero. Didn't buy that either. I give it a D.
Checking in?
Yes.
You remembered her favorite Binky, right?
Binky.
You forgot the Binky?
I forgot the Binky!
Tragic. Hashtag Binky Dad. OMG, guys, he forgot the Binky.
Hey, it's Binky Dad! Hey, go away, go away!
Our top story. A father has forgotten the Binky, but he's capturing hearts.
Binky Dad needs an escort.
Time out for Binky Dad!
Binky Dad, you're my hero.
Binky.
She only likes the blue one.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Hey, thanks for watching my video. I do stuff like this all the time. It's Sunday night. I haven't looked at the ad meters and other reviews of some of these commercials. Maybe you think I'm totally off base. Maybe you have your own takes that are similar to mine. Go ahead and put them in the comments. Anyway, if you want to see more videos like this about cars, I talked earlier about the Ram Rev, the all-electric Ram truck coming out. I spent hours today plowing through the images, the leaked images, not leaked images, official images that they posted. So things like that, if you want to see more of it, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Thanks a lot, and I hope you enjoy the game.